उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि सर मैं फार्मर हूँ, अब जो मैं दिन का 400-500 कमाता था, अब मेरी जो सोच है वो बड़ी हो गई और मैं दिन का 10 से 20,000 कमाने का सोच रहा हूँ. As a coach, when someone says that you changed my life is the biggest
It's
blessing
more
we have.
valuable than the money that someone makes.
Yeah.
Right?
I am meeting someone who started trading at the age of 16 and today is not only an expert but one of the top coaches in the areas of stock market and personal transformation. Vishal Malkan and his wife Meghana Malkan are simplifying the way India trades, and I will be meeting them to find out more. Hi Vishal and Meghna, welcome to Curly Tales, and I have to congratulate you for doing so well in the business of stock markets. You know, I also used to anchor a business news show, and despite being in that space, मैं हमेशा से डरती थी to invest in stock markets. And you guys are simplifying it. तो कैसे शुरुआत हुई आपकी ये जर्नी?
शुरुआत तो मुझसे ही हुई थी और मैंने जब बहुत पहले 1993 की बात है, जब मैं 8वीं कक्षा में था, 8th स्टैंडर्ड, व्हेन ड्यूरिंग वेकेशन पीरियड आई यूज्ड टू गो टू माय डैड्स ऑफिस. मेरे पिताजी कपड़े बिजनेस में थे, कापड़ के बिजनेस में, कालबा देवी इन मुंबई. बट वहाँ पे सारे लोग स्टॉक मार्केट की बात कर रहे थे बिकॉज दैट वाज द ईयर व्हेन दैट स्कैम हैपेंड, 1993, हर्षद मेहता स्कैम. एंड दैट्स हाउ आई गॉट फैसिनेटेड टू नंबर्स और मैंने डिसाइड कर लिया कि जैसे ही मेरा 10th स्टैंडर्ड खत्म होगा मैं यही काम करूंगा. एक्चुअली मेरा ग्रेजुएशन स्टॉक मार्केट में ही हुआ 5 साल और मैंने केसी कॉलेज में बीकॉम भी साथ में कर लिया. बट ये 5 साल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थे मेरे लाइफ में क्योंकि पहले साल में मैंने खाली स्टडी किया, दूसरे साल हिम्मत करके थोड़ी सी ट्रेडिंग शुरू की और मार्केट ने साथ दिया मेरा और वो गया ऊपर एक साथ जो बुल मार्केट था 97, 98, 99. एंड आई थॉट आई एम अ जीनियस बाय द टाइम आई वाज 20 years old in the year 2000. I made 20 lakh rupees.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Lot of money, and I thought now I'm going to be a crorepati. I don't need to study further and all that. But that was like an illusion. Market crashed, .com bubble happened, and I lost all my 20 lakhs. और ऊपर से मैंने loss कर दिया. तो I now, before I get my graduation certificate, I got a debt certificate, and now I realize I need to study.
Right.
So my quest for learning happened. I joined finance MBA.
Yeah.
And I started reading books on technicals between 2001 and 2007. 450 किताबें पढ़ी मैंने स्टॉक मार्केट पे और सारी टेक्निकल्स, फंडामेंटल्स, ये वो, साइकोलॉजी. और 2007 के दिसंबर में जब मार्केट एकदम पीक पे था तभी मैंने एक रिपोर्ट बनाया कि जो भी मैंने सीखा था टेक्निकल्स कि मार्केट क्रैश होगा और 1 साल तक क्रैश रहेगा, जो मुझे खुद को बिलीव नहीं हो रहा था क्योंकि माहौल ऐसा था कि बहुत बुलिश है.
Right.
और किसी को बोले कि गिरेगा तो मानने को तैयार नहीं. बट इट एक्चुअली हैपेंड. Just after I released that report, after 3 weeks, market crashed 20%, January 2008. That was the start of the crash. For 2008, throughout the year it crashed.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized कि अभी मुझे कुछ तो समझ में आने लगा है स्टॉक मार्केट के बारे में. And then I started sharing and we started this training institute called Malkansview with a small office. We used to teach on Saturday, Sunday, 5-7 students. From there it started growing, people started getting results. We started doing seminars in Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Rajkot, Surat, Ahmedabad, Delhi, US, Singapore.
Wow, काफी इंटरेस्टिंग जर्नी रही है आपकी. 20 साल की उम्र में 20 लाख कमाए हैं आपने. That's amazing. And Meghna, weren't you a lawyer or are you still pursuing lawyer? Yeah, you have also gotten into trading completely.
So I have come. That was my earlier avatar as a lawyer. Now
Okay.
I've totally got into trading, but the journey happened just because I got married to a stock trader.
Okay.
Much against my wishes. पहले it was जब पता चला कि there's a alliance coming up, alliance आया है, तो पता चला कि yes, everything looked good, family friend थे, लेकिन the guy was a stock trader, so that was a strict no because मुझे नहीं आता था, मुझे पता नहीं था stock trading क्या था. Never traded a single share. And more than that, I always thought कि stock market एक सट्टा है. मार्केट में तो कोई पैसे नहीं बनाता है, ये पूरा सट्टा है. I said I don't want to marry a सट्टेबाज, But I got married only on this pretext कि चाहे वो कुछ कमाए नहीं कमाए मैं घर चला लूँगी because I had a good job. That's how we got married. But that transition happened immediately after marriage because I took a break.
Yeah.
And then during that break I discovered when he used to study charts and graphs, I used to feel intrigued कि ऐसी क्या चीज़ है, सट्टा तो करना है, क्या पढ़ के करें, कैसी करें. But then he said, why don't you learn? Just to know what I'm doing, why don't you learn? And that's why my journey started. I had my own journey of ups and downs, but eventually I made it as a pro trader. And then I didn't feel like going back to my job.
And I think Meghna said it correctly. बहुत लोग ऐसा सोचते हैं that trading is like gambling. You know, I mean, I also felt like that. मुझे लगता है कि ये risky है बड़ा. मतलब इससे अच्छा मेरी जो salary आ रही है, I rather make a fixed deposit out of it.
True.
But tell me, why does it make sense to invest in stock markets? और जितना हम fixed deposit में कमाते हैं, safe रहकर, versus stock markets में अगर हम trade करते हैं, क्या बेनिफिट हो सकता है?
पहला तो है कि इक्विटी मार्केट ने सबसे ज़्यादा रिटर्न दिए ओवर द लास्ट 100 ईयर्स. इफ़ यू टेक एनी एसेट क्लास, मतलब आप गोल्ड ले लो, प्रॉपर्टी ले लो, स्टॉक मार्केट ने सबसे ज़्यादा रिटर्न दिए. दूसरा, जैसे आपने बताया एफडी, एक टाइम था जब 12-15% रिटर्न मिलता था, आज 6-7% रिटर्न मिलता है एफडी पे, और उतना ही तो इन्फ्लेशन है. सो एक्चुअली योर मनी इज डेप्रिशिएटिंग व्हेन यू पुट इट इन एफडी, राइट? एंड व्हेन यू पुट इट इन एफडी, आप पैसा रखते हो बैंक में, वो कौन यूज़ करता है? कॉर्पोरेट्स यूज़ करते हैं, और कॉर्पोरेट्स उसमें से प्रॉफिट बनाते हैं. उससे अच्छा है कि हम डायरेक्ट कॉर्पोरेट्स में इन्वेस्ट करें स्टॉक मार्केट में, एंड सो वी बी अ पार्ट ऑफ देयर प्रॉफिट्स.
Never thought about it like that.
और
interesting, yeah.
द ओनली थिंग व्हाट आई रिक्वेस्ट, व्हाट आई हैव लर्न द हार्ड वे, मैंने जो मुश्किल से सीखा इतने सालों के बाद, इज दैट यू हैव टू स्टडी. मीन्स इट्स अनदर प्रोफेशन. इसको भी एक प्रोफेशन, जैसे आप डॉक्टर बनते हो, इंजीनियर बनते हो, लॉयर बनते हो, 2-3 साल तक पढ़ाई करते हो, फिर प्रैक्टिस करते हो. वैसे इसको भी अगर एक प्रोफेशन की तरह करना है तो आपको सीखना पड़ेगा, एंड देन इट बिकम्स अ प्रोफेशन, अदरवाइज इट्स अ गैम्बल.
Well, no wonder then you would see, you know, Vishal as a very popular face on a lot of news channels as well, giving his expert advice. But tell me, how did this begin, where you are actually teaching people how to trade?
So we started in 2008, as I said, after the crash. We realized कि पैसा थोड़ा मार्केट को प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते हैं बेस्ड ऑन द पैटर्न्स एंड ऑल दैट. तो हमारे एक पहले छोटे से ऑफिस था, एक रेंटेड ऑफिस, जहाँ पे सैटरडे संडे को हम क्लासेस करते थे, बेसिक क्लासेस. 5-6 स्टूडेंट आते थे, बट देन वी रियलाइज दैट दे आर गेटिंग रिजल्ट्स. और इसको इतना मैं जब जाता था एज अ 16-year-old व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू गो टू स्टॉक मार्केट, पीपल यूज्ड टू टीज मी दैट ओ बच्चे लोग का काम नहीं है. And I used to I can't talk because they are senior, but then one day I decided in my mind that I'm going to make it so simple that even kids can trade. So the whole purpose of teaching was to make it very simple. If you see our videos or our vlogs, we make it very simple. My son is 14 years old. वो 14 साल का है, वो भी ट्रेड करता है. उसको सिस्टम समझा दिया कि यहाँ पे बाय करना है, यहाँ पे स्टॉप लॉस लगाना है, यहाँ पे एंट्री करना है. तो स्कूल जाने से पहले स्टॉप लॉस लगाता है, स्कूल आने के बाद चेक कर लेता है. तो वो मकसद से शुरू किया था. तो पहले तो छोटे से ऑफिस में कर रहे थे, फिर धीरे धीरे बढ़ता गया. वी यूज्ड टू डू फिजिकल सेमिनार्स इन मुंबई, बैंगलोर, चेन्नई, राजकोट, सूरत, अहमदाबाद, यूएस, सिंगापुर. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स कोविड, आफ्टर कोविड वी हैड टू कन्वर्ट दिस वन ऑफिस इनटू अ स्टूडियो. Now we stream live from our studio to more than 5,000 people in a single program.
He earned 20 lakhs, but he also lost, right?
Exactly.
पर एक बार जब वो lose कर देते हैं तो a lot of people lose confidence also, because it plays a havoc in your mind, right? Losing all the money.
So
How
key
are we
aspect
addressing
of
that?
key aspect of working, key aspect of getting successful as a trader investor is to work on your emotions. The hope, greed, and fear part is to work on your confidence, on your courage, on how to rise up from failures, how to deal with losses. That's a huge part. So all this is way more important, I would say, than learning just the systems and strategies.
तो क्या आप वो सिखाते हैं in the class?
हाँ, तो मेरी that's what I do कि मैं he teaches all the systems and strategies. लेकिन बहुत सारी बार इतने सालों से हम लोगों को ट्रेन कर हमने देखा है कि you know कोई अगर खाली सिस्टम्स और स्ट्रैटेजी सीख के गया तो देयर इज सम लेवल जहाँ कोई अटक जाता है कि सब कुछ आता है फिर भी, एंड देन यू गेट लॉस्ट कि मुझे तो सब कुछ आता है लेकिन पैसा क्यों नहीं बन पाता. दैट इज वेयर यू हैव टू वर्क बैक और यू लुक बैक ऑन योर साइकोलॉजी कि आप सोचते कैसे, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल क्या है, कि आप फियर से घिरे हुए हो, कि आप फेलियर को एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पाते हो, बार बार वही मिस्टेक दोहराते हो. सो ऑल दोज इज अ लॉट एट प्ले हियर.
You know, interestingly, मैं जब आपकी वेबसाइट देख रही थी, I saw art of living and art of trading. What is the connection between the two?
See, we believe that over the years we have realized that खाली stock market या trading करने से, पैसा बनाने से it's not enough. You need to have a balanced life. Like we try to balance our personal life and business life and family life. और प्लस कभी कभी जैसे ज़्यादातर लोग फोकस करते हैं शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडिंग और इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग, विच वी डोंट एनकरेज, बट ये सब ट्रेडिंग से काफ़ी स्ट्रेस हो सकता है, लॉसेज एंड इतना सारा न्यूज़ आते हैं, आजकल चैनल्स है, सोशल मीडिया है. So we need peace of mind also, and the best way is to have some meditation. So when we were talking to our friends in Art of Living, they also like this idea that of course these are the people who needs most the meditation. So we said why not join together. So we in fact did a unique program called Art of Investing and Art of Living.
Art of Investing,
where
Art of Living.
3 days we teach them how to trade. And another 3 days their instructors come and do the whole meditation program. मतलब if you know Sri Ravi Shankar ji's Sudarshan Kriya,
हाँ जी.
they teach the Sudarshan Kriya from the studio to all the people on our trading this thing, so that they can also manage the losses, manage the day-to-day kind of stress, and also have a overall life which is balanced, not only money.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think that message is very important, because once you get into stock market, you know, there's so much numbers involved, there's so much money involved, you get lost in this whole process, and suddenly you feel as if this is all about, you know, it's just numbers and money. Somewhere you need that centering, that, you know, happiness and, you know, all-rounded approach in life is way more important than making lakhs of rupees here.
But would you say that investing or trading is a full-time job, or अगर मैं ये कर रही हूँ, so I should dedicate a lot of my time to only this?
No, absolutely not. In fact, we propagate the other way, that the course which we do, like the 1-year course, we propagate that you can do as a parallel income, like along with your job, along with your profession. आप job कर रहे हो, business कर रहे हो, आप homemaker हो, आप कॉलेज जाते हो, आप स्टूडेंट हो, तो उसके साथ साथ कर सकते हैं. तो ऐसी ट्रेडिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज है जो आपको मतलब दिन में 15-20 मिनट काम करना है, अपने ऑर्डर्स डालने हैं, स्टॉप लॉस डालने हैं, लेवल्स देखने हैं, और बस फिर आप अपना काम करो, मार्केट अपना काम करेगा. हमने रियलाइज़ किया कि हमारे पास मल्टीपल सोर्सेज ऑफ इनकम होने चाहिए, right? Anything can happen anytime. So this is, I think, one of the greatest way to make parallel source of income, but of course with a caveat that you need to do it systematically, strategically, and learn it first.
Yeah.
Meghna, one thing I've noticed is that women may have the time, may have the ability also, but they are again very apprehensive of investing in stock markets. And correct me if I'm wrong. This can just be my view. Have you seen any change in the trend?
In fact, when we got started in 2008, in a room full of, you know, 20 people, hardly 1 or 2 women we could find, but now the ratio has gone much higher. In fact, we have a lot of homemakers being part of our program, because as he said, you know, it's not a full-time job, and it gives a woman, you know, who's a homemaker, who a woman is always the treasure of the family's wealth. But along with that, having said that, they do not make the decisions, investment decisions on the outright. You know, when it comes to talk about money, investments, it's always the men who take the lead.
True.
So they need to have that confidence that even I can take decisions. I can choose to invest my money the way I want to, and that's where this really helps, because they don't need to step out. They need to study for a few hours, and they can trade from the comfort of their home. And that is why I think this is quite a hit with the homemakers. And I'm really happy to see the way women are opening up, taking lead in their own investments, confidence build up, and the confidence that builds up here in this area spills into other areas as well. They get better on their health, their relationships. So it's nice to see them blossom, you know, 360 degrees. It's really good.
Also, Vishal, congratulations on winning the United States Investment Championships. If you can tell us more about it.
Yeah, so there is a championship in US which says that you start from 1st January and finish on 31st December, and you have to trade and invest, and whoever makes most money will be the winner. So there is a monthly kind of a scoreboard which is maintained. We have to send them the ledgers कि मैंने क्या trade किया, किधर trade किया, and all that. And I was specifically taking part in the futures and options category.
Achha.
And every month I used to trade, and I used to send the ledger, and I stood 4th there with an 81% annual return in 2022.
Wow, that's commendable. Now I'm very curious and intrigued to know कि आपके course में ऐसा क्या होता है that you have 4,000, 5,000 people taking this up, and I'm going to be one of your next students. So I want to know कि actually class में क्या होता है, कितने दिनों का होता है, how do you go about?
So our first program, which we call Anybody Can Trade, as the name says, anybody can trade. It happens, used to have physical, अभी virtual होता है. तो 3 दिन होता है, सुबह 9 बजे से लेके शाम को 6 बजे तक, which is like a proper seminar. And people, weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So people come from all parts of the world to attend this. और उसमें पहले हम, जैसे इन्होंने बताया कि mindset पे काम करते हैं, क्योंकि when you enter a stock market program, पहले आपको ऐसा है कि मैं आपको strategy सिखाऊं और फटाफट पैसा बनाने लगे. लेकिन उसके पहले जो आपकी belief system है, आपका जो mindset है कि पैसा सट्टा है, gamble है, या उस पे काम करते हैं. Your belief system, your conditioning, your habits.
Right.
Then we go to the basics. एकदम basic कि चार्ट क्या होता है, ये कैंडल कैसे बनती कैसे है और दिखती कैसे है. फिर we put it into next level which we call the trade management, which is where we put you exactly कहाँ पे buy करना है, कहाँ पे sell करना है, कहाँ पे exit करना है, कहाँ पे profit होगा, कहाँ पे loss होगा. So and then we make them back test, means we put them on the charts and see how I bought here, I sold here, I bought here, sold here. So the first part is the tools where we identify this basic tools like candlestick patterns and all that. Second part is the trading system, which is buy here, sell there. Third is the risk management, which is where most people falter. आपको पता है कि ज़्यादातर लोग loss क्यों करते हैं? Over trading, right? So we have a formula for that. That आप इधर buy करोगे और इतना ही loss करोगे, और लॉस करोगे तो आप लॉस बुक करोगे और नेक्स्ट ट्रेड पे जाओगे ताकि आप कॉन्फिडेंट रहो और आपका ज़्यादा कैपिटल डैमेज ना हो. एंड द फोर्थ पार्ट इज इमोशन. सो टूल्स, ट्रेड, रिस्क एंड इमोशंस, ऑल दिस फोर आर कवर्ड completely with lot of affirmations, meditations, visualization to work on the mindset. And then this after 3 days, another 4-5 days we make them trade live in the market. So between Monday to Friday, whatever we have learned in the program, we make them we show them that how I bought this share, and we ask them to buy one share only. Just to get the confidence, not to buy big quantity, so that you do mistakes also which are small, and slowly they build up. And then many of them upgrade to our 1-year program, because it's a coaching program where we handhold each student to go from basic, advanced, implementation, mindset, everything. We also work on their personal life also, because we now become their personal coach, business coach, life coach, everything. Wow. So that's how the whole program works.
Have there been any success stories that you would like to share?
Recent success story of one of the person who is a farmer in some village.
Oh.
And he connected to me on one-on-one when I do the class.
Right.
और उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि सर मैं फार्मर हूँ और मैं आपका प्रोग्राम कर रहा हूँ. पहले तो मैं सोच रहा था, मेरे पास 10,000 रुपये भी नहीं थे आपके कोर्स करने के, फिर भी मैंने हिम्मत करके किया. और फिर अब जो मैं दिन का 400-500 कमाता था, अब मेरी जो सोच है वो बड़ी हो गई और मैं दिन का 10 से 20,000 कमाने का सोच रहा हूँ.
Wow.
And then in fact he gathered money and in fact joined my 1-year course also, and he's doing fantastic. And actually when I was talking to him, it was goosebumps for us that where are we reaching, what's the impact you are creating.
True,
right?
true.
And this is something which is very special for us. Like as a coach, when someone says that you changed my life, is the biggest
That's
blessing
more
we have.
valuable than the money that someone makes.
Yeah.
When you say कि anybody can trade, तो literally ये हर किसी के लिए है. I know that sounds a little weird, but actually it is for anyone. तो चाहे कोई suppose मेरे जैसा हो, I was a corporate lawyer. I was under full-time employment, तो मेरे लिए था वो course. या homemaker who's sitting at home and wanting and desiring कि अपने लिए वो एक थोड़ा इनकम बना ले साइड बाय साइड, उनके लिए है. या कोई बिजनेसमैन है कि पैरेलल सोर्स ऑफ इनकम क्रिएट कर दे, या स्टूडेंट है कि अभी से सीखे कि कंट्री की इकोनॉमी में कैसे इन्वेस्ट करना है, उनके लिए. वी हैव सो मेनी रिटायर्ड पीपल एज वेल.
Yes.
People who are retired,
Plus
and then
60+.
they are just sitting at home, and this could be a fantastic opportunity, to kill their time and learn something.
And what is the device that they need? Just a mobile phone is enough?
Just a mobile phone, or even if you have a laptop, it's great to see the charts. But nowadays mobile phones and the apps are so great that you don't need to put anything. So it's a complete on-the-go kind of a business. You can trade from anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't need any manpower. You don't need any office. You just need your mobile and your charts and your strategy. That's it. And of course, the right mindset.
Absolutely. So moving away from the stock markets, I would like to know, you both are a couple, and how is it working with each other? Are there differences? How do you guys get along? Because there's one saying, प्यार करो पर व्यापार मत करो.
Yeah, very true.
But I don't know, how is it for you guys?
So I think we started very much on the good note. And then there was
we started on a good note.
I don't know where this is leading, but yeah, okay.
I'm curious to hear.
When we started our company, we both were doing the same thing together.
Yeah.
Then we realized that there are difference of opinion, and then sometimes we have arguments also. Then as we grew our company, then there were two departments. One is the strategy part, one is the mindset part.
Right.
One is the marketing and sales part, one is the operations part. So we divided our roles. So she's looking at the mindset, I'm looking at the strategy. Totally. She's looking at the operations, I'm looking at the marketing and sales part of it. So now we are having different, so I don't interfere. And now it's good.
No, but that's always been the forte, right? Because he's very good with systems and strategies, and I have naturally blended into this part of, my interest has been always कि यार कोई अगर सक्सेसफुली ट्रेड इन्वेस्ट करता है तो वो कैसे करता है, वो कैसे सोचता है. सो देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ माइंडसेट. एक तो है लैक माइंडसेट, समवन हु सेज दैट मैं चाहे कितना भी कर लूँ ना, मनी इज नेवर इनफ फॉर मी. इफ यू डू एनी एक्टिविटी, चाहे आप कितनी भी पढ़ाई कर लो, लेकिन आप वो माइंडसेट से अगर ट्रेड करेंगे कि मनी इज नेवर इनफ, मनी विल नेवर बी इनफ. इट्स दैट वे. और दूसरा अबंडेंट माइंडसेट, you know कि you believe every action manifests into success. तो ये दो जो core है वो बहुत ही ज़रूरी है.
And we believe that मुझे पूछते ना कि आप investment में हो, कौन सा stock लेना चाहिए, कौन सा best investment है. I say the best investment you can do is in yourself.
Yeah.
By upgrading your knowledge. That will pay the best returns.
Right. We'll play a fun game.
Yeah.
ठीक है? So the game is called Who's Most Likely To. Who's most likely to surprise the other on special occasion? Who's most likely to get hungry in the middle of a coaching session?
That's again.
Who's most likely to cook on a day off?
Ah, that's me. Any day.
Yeah. Who's most likely to get late to office?
That's me. That was too near to my face.
Who's most likely to skip parties on the day off?
I think.
Yeah,
hands down.
okay. So she's the most social one.
Yes.
The only social.
The only social. Okay. Who's most likely to spend money on shopping?
Ah, hands down.
Really? Okay.
But I shop for her only.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Who's a fast driver?
Me.
Yeah. Who's most likely to skip meals at work?
Me.
Who's most likely to forget birthdays and anniversaries?
None.
Okay, that you'll remember.
We're too specific about birthdays and anniversaries.
Who is a better decision maker?
That's him.
Who's most likely to make wrong investments?
I have done all like right and wrong, but we have to be more right than the wrong. That's it.
So there's something called as wrong investments
Absolutely.
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope that's not me.
So here I actually want to address the audience that if
Yeah.
you have seen, अगर recently एक सेबी ने रिपोर्ट निकाला था जहाँ पे बताया था 10 में से 9 लोग फ्यूचर्स एंड ऑप्शंस में लॉस करते हैं. So now that makes it very scared, like मतलब it becomes dangerous.
Yeah.
But I only specialize in futures and options. The only difference is risk management. If you manage your risk, then whether it's futures, options, or cash, or currency, commodity, doesn't matter. If you manage your risk, you can trade anything. If you don't manage your risk, you will lose money anyways in everything what you do, right? And this one specific lesson I want to mention here, which I learned very early in my life when I was 16. जब मैं 16 साल का था और स्टॉक मार्केट जाता था, तो वहाँ पे एक ऑफिस में बहुत सारे लोग ट्रेड करते थे और एक सीनियर अंकल थे जो जिनसे लोग एडवाइस लेते थे. और वो अंकल ने मुझे एक बार एडवाइस दिया कि मेरे को पहले तो पूछा क्या कर रहे हो, मैंने बोला ट्रेडिंग सीखने की कोशिश करो. तो तुमको क्या लगता है इन लोग पैसा बना रहे हैं? बोला हाँ. तो बोलता नहीं, कोई नहीं बनाता है. बोला आपसे तो एडवाइस लेते हैं. तो बोलता है कोई लेता है लेकिन मानता नहीं है. और अगले साल इन लोग नहीं रहेंगे, नए लोग आएंगे. मैं यहाँ पे 15 साल से खड़ा हूँ क्योंकि मैं तेरे को वही गोल्डन एडवाइस देता हूँ कि तेरे को अगर लंबी रेस का घोड़ा बनना है स्टॉक मार्केट में, तो लर्न दिस थिंग विच इज द थंब रूल ऑफ बिजनेस इज लर्न टू बुक अ लॉस. सो सिंपल, राइट? बट नन ऑफ देम डू इट. I've seen thousands of people losing all their capital just because they don't book their loss. You buy at 100, you have the choice to sell at 90, but they keep waiting. It goes down. And it is a human nature. We fight. We keep hoping for the best, and that's where her role is there. You don't need to hope here. It's a business. और दूसरा जो डायलॉग उन्होंने बताया था, या तो उंगली काटो नहीं तो हाथ काटना पड़ेगा.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here in this business so long, and I teach the same. I hope this lesson goes to the audience, and if they learn this only from this podcast, it's worth watching this video.
Wow, that's a really interesting lesson coming. Ungli kaato warna haath kaatna padega. But how do you know and how do you tell, because as per the human mind, you always are living with the hope कि हमारा, जो हमने डाला है उतना मिल जाएगा. Cryptocurrency for that matter, do you talk about that in any of your sessions?
We were completely against crypto since the start of it. First of all, it's not well regulated in India. Right, and it's too volatile. It's like youngsters are too much fascinated because ऐसा है कि अगर आपको मतलब रणजी क्रिकेट खेला नहीं, आपको सीधा वर्ल्ड कप में खेलना है. Right, so you play the equity markets first and then go to crypto, and now it's proved like you lost money because it's not, and there is no base to it. When I trade a Reliance or a State Bank of India, I see the company and there is something happening in India. I know the company, I know the managers, I know the management and all that. Where is the base of cryptocurrency? Even if it gets regulated and then once you understand properly, slow and steady, you can get there. But I would say no to cryptocurrency.
You guys are doing a lot. आप लोगों का YouTube channel भी है, and not just one, many YouTube channels. Firstly, so much interest in various fields, and how do you guys manage your time?
So time
Need
management.
some lessons on time management
she's
also.
the productivity expert.
Really?
So we both, off late, पिछले कुछ सालों से, from what I've been learning, एक बड़ा ही simple tool हम लोग use करने लगे, which has been really working well, is to maintain a journal. Planner. बहुत ही, मतलब I'm very obsessed with planning and journaling.
Also is that one more lesson which we learned from our business coaches is that first you build the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Along with that you build the business. Most people do it the other way, like you build the business and then बचा कुछ टाइम फैमिली को देंगे. हम लोग पहले फैमिली का टाइम डिसाइड करते कि ये करना है बच्चों के साथ, यहाँ जाना है, ये करना है, एंड उसके बाद जो टाइम बचेगा उसमें काम करेंगे. नहीं तो काम तो बहुत है करने को, but then there's no point if you can't spend that time with kids, and especially when they are growing up, because kids will remain kids only once.
Absolutely.
So that's why we balance each other.
What about travel? Where do you guys
We
like
love
to
travel.
travel,
We
and
love
do you all take out time out of your busy schedules?
Yes, we plan the vacations first and then we plan the seminars.
Yeah.
So we also travel a lot for our conferences where we go to attend, and then we combine together. So when we are going for a conference or a program, then we combine that with another kind of a holiday, kind of a vacation which we can do. And of course, we also believe in going with family. So we do a lot of holidays or short holidays with kids and
Right.
one long holiday. So it's all balanced like.
Yeah. What about food preferences? And you spoke about lifestyle. Is food again a big part of this, or do you guys really
Vishal is a
enjoy?
total, he loves to explore different kind of, dishes and different kind of cuisines. And
okay.
he totally
You
loves
can make
that,
out from this. Right,
So it's a pleasure cooking for him as well. It's fun.
Okay, it's been wonderful talking to both of you.
Thank you.
I'm taking away some key lessons, not just about stock markets, but also about entrepreneurship, lifestyle, mindset. So thank you very much for spending your day with me.
Thank you, Kamya.
you
It
so
was
much. It
lovely,
was great.
lovely having this conversation. Thank
It
you.
was great.
Thank
Like,
you.
and we like your work. You're doing an
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic job, and especially because our things match. When I came across your videos because of travel only.
Oh, is it okay?
So, and you were covering so many different parts of the world, and I thought that this is interesting, and that's how we got in touch with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.